Phoenix police are searching for leads in the murder of a 17-year-old girl.
An innocent bystander in a drive-by shooting.
The family of a murdered Phoenix teacher has a glimmer of hope to get some justice.
Happy birthday, dear Destiny. Happy birthday to you.
She was born on the day after Thanksgiving. Quickly, she gave her family so much to be grateful for, named after the word defined as a predetermined course of events.
My name is Brenda Gilliam Miller, and my daughter is Destiny McClain.
For Brenda, Destiny came into this world with an unconditional love that shined brighter than the sun.
Destiny was always a very free spirit. She was extremely friendly. So Destiny met no strangers. Everybody she met was her friend. She was an extremely nurturing person. She was always caring, wanting to help and take care of, even if it was animals, just people. She's been that way since she was a baby, just wanting to take care of everybody and everything. My baby was chunky. She didn't start walking until after she was 1 because she just didn't care. She was just such a bright light. You would just see her and you couldn't have a bad day between her smile and just her goofy personality. She was just somebody that you could have the worst day and just see her and you knew everything was going to be okay. This was first day of school. I believe it was her senior year.
Looking back is bittersweet for Brenda, knowing Destiny never deserved her fate. Unlike most 23-year-olds, Destiny would much rather have a movie night at home than go out to bars. But on July 17, 2021, she planned to meet up with some friends in Phoenix. Such a rare occasion that Destiny booked it on her calendar weeks prior. This is the last time Brenda saw her daughter leave their Glendale home, captured on Ring video. Destiny gets in an Uber, but never comes home. Brenda woke up later that night to a missed call.
So when I realized she called me, I called her back. It was around 2:30 in the morning, and at that time she told me it was an accident, and she sounded like she was having a good time. So I went back to sleep. About 5:30, I get up, and my other daughter, Essence, was wandering through the house looking for Destiny. She asked me if I had spoken with Destiny, and I told her I'd spoken with her maybe a couple hours ago, and that she was fine. She was concerned because she said Destiny was supposed to send her location and let her know when she was on her way home, and she never did that.
But Brenda could see Destiny's cell phone location near 16th Street and McDowell Road. It never moved.
I couldn't go to bed because I just couldn't go to sleep until I knew she had read my message. So I decided I was going to go track her phone and to her location.
Destiny was here. The young woman, described as a homebody, wrapped up her night with a friend at a club called Caramba, and it's the parking lot next to it where her life ended. Juan Polito was with Destiny that night. They were co-workers at Amazon. After leaving Carambas, they got in line outside at a food truck just before 3:30 in the morning. Destiny simply wanted a quesadilla.
I'm counting the money to pay her, and I literally this is me just doing that. And when I did that, I heard the gunshots on my right. Like, there was multiple gunshots. People, like, whoever was out here was running. The food truck lady, everybody just started running. People got under their cars.
Juan knows he's lucky to be alive. What happened next is still traumatic.
When I started hearing the gunshots, all I feel her is just pull me from my shoulder, and I fall down with her. And then I see her and just
Destiny was hit by a stray bullet. Bystanders tried to help as Juan called 911. Later that morning, as the investigation continued, he says he waited in the Phoenix PD Mobile Command Unit, hoping for a miracle.
I'm in there, and one of the officers walks in and says, she didn't make it. And I just lost everything. I was like, how do you say goodbye to someone that you don't want to say goodbye to? You know? How do you do that? How do you do that?
It was also a devastating night for Brenda, recalling the path she took to find her daughter.
But I try not to go to that area too much. So this is where I was when that feeling just hit me. I had no clue why. I just had that eerie feeling, like this feeling of dread. As I pull up to the location, I see crime scene tape. So at this point, my heart drops. I pull over to the side. There's an officer out there telling me that I can't be there.
Brenda showed Phoenix police a photo of Destiny. This mom was now on the scene of a drive-by shooting investigation, and her daughter was the victim.
Hearing a detective tell you that your child is gone is just so unreal. It's not something you'd ever expect. Everything's in slow motion, like an out-of-body experience, because you just really can't comprehend what they're saying to you. So it took a while for it to even sink in what they were saying, because I just couldn't even comprehend it. Because as a parent, you never think that it's going to be your child.
She was standing here waiting for food in front of a taco truck right here.
Not doing anything.
How are you feeling right now standing here, just so close to it all?
For me, it's a struggle because, like I said, I've seen footage of seeing where her body was laying, you know, and try not to cry. You know, I didn't even want to come here initially, like right after, because I was scared I'd see her blood on the ground. So for me, it's hard because this is the last place my child was. You know, this is the last place she was seen alive, and this is the last place she was alive.
Once the shock settles and reality sets in,
police are searching for the shooter who killed a woman ordering food from a food truck.
there's the aftermath.
Just knowing that you're never going to see that person again, it's like you can't breathe, you can't catch your breath, and you just don't even know how you're going to go forward. So it's like, I can't even explain it because you don't even understand how you can just continue with your life after that.
Police aren't sure if the shooting was random or perhaps a more targeted attack.
Sergeant Brian Bauer with the Phoenix Police Department's Public Affairs Bureau. I also coordinate all the silent witness events that take place throughout Maricopa County.
Silent Witness is an organization with a database for anonymous tips linked to felony crimes across the valley. Those tips can pay in thousands of dollars if information leads to an arrest or an indictment. Destiny's murder is sadly one of too many in the nation's fourth largest county by population size.
So there's nothing that our investigators have evidentiary-wise to show that she was the target of this particular shooting, but that doesn't mitigate the fact that the detectives are going to do everything they possibly can to try to identify who was responsible. This case is very unique because all we have to go off of is a vehicle.
And the video of the suspect vehicle believed to be involved is not very clear in detail. The make and model unknown. What's obvious is that it's a four-door dark-colored sedan.
I can't even tell you the number of times I've watched that video, how many times I've gone back and looked at that photo. I've zoomed in, I've zoomed out, I've tried to figure out if there's any way that I could clear it up to make it any clearer, trying to figure out if there's different types of software that can be used to at least bring in a plate where we can view the plate. Nothing has come from it. I just need answers.
One of the things that our detectives do on all the cases is they try to see if there's a correlation between this crime and other crimes that may have also occurred with similar vehicles.
Images of the suspect vehicle were first released less than a month after Destiny's murder. Now, more than 3 years later, no new leads have been uncovered.
The aftermath, it's extremely hard because initially everybody's reaching out, whether it's news stations, people, loved ones just reaching out to you. Goes right back to Groundhog Day. Everybody else has moved on with their lives and people aren't calling anymore, and you're still stuck in this just hole, a dark pit, and you just can't seem to find your way out of it.
Here's the harsh reality for Phoenix police. The makeup of the homicide unit consists of 54 people, and the cold case team has 8 of them. 1 sergeant, 3 detectives, a crime analyst, assistant, and 2 civilian investigators, who are former detectives.
We'd always love to have more people. We understand that that's not necessarily a possibility, and especially in today's job market, there's just not a lot of people that want or have that ambition, that calling to become police officers.
According to Phoenix PD, there's been an average of 204 homicides a year from 2020 through 2023. Data from 2011 through 2019 reveal an average of 130 homicides per year.
At this point, I just want to know who.
Losing hope in finding Destiny's killer is an ongoing battle for Brenda, but she's also expanded her mission, now focused on her daughter's legacy as much as justice. Brenda started the Our Destiny, Our Future Foundation, which awards scholarships to students working hard on their education while making a positive impact in their communities. The foundation does back-to-school drives and Christmas toy drives to help the less fortunate youth. And you can find Destiny's memorial right in her front yard.
I was out here talking to my neighbor the other day, and, I had the shade, but it is peaceful.
Sitting with Brenda, you do sense just that. Peace. Under a glowing tree, there are remnants of who Destiny was. Stories behind the trinkets, like her beloved Winnie the Pooh. And everyone that loved Destiny knew her favorite color was green.
I'm just still decorating to get it where I want it to be, because I want to do a bench. I want to also add a fountain, and then I'm going to start planting flowers.
To lose the child you raised, to experience a pain you could never imagine. How does one really move on? Instead, Brenda is moving forward to find her own destiny.
As hard as it was to lose Destiny, through losing Destiny, I found my purpose.